Hi, my name is Martin Paul. I'm the PwC Global SAP Alliance and Competence Lead. As part of my leadership series, I'm very happy to have Rich Sernyak with me. Hi, Rich.
Hi, Martin. Good to be here.
So, Rich, what's one of the SAP moves you want to bust?
One of the biggest myths we've been hearing for the past 9 to 12 months is that I don't need an ERP, that I can just put a layer of AI on top of my ERP. I think if you look at what some of the largest tech AI companies are doing right now, what are they implementing? They're implementing ERP, right? So that substantiates the fact that A, you need an ERP, and B, just putting a layer on top of an old core, an old system is not really putting you in the best position to move forward in your business and leveraging AI.
I agree. I think it's sometimes different to, on the one hand, is creating content. On the other hand, if having transactions at scale. It's a different story.
Exactly. And think about traceability, auditability, structure, right? We need the integrity of the systems to maintain that confidence in their ERPs.
What excites you most about the SAP PwC Alliance?
The thing that excites me most is the alignment that we have between our organizations top to top, all the way down to the field level. We've had the field level connection for years in each country, but the top to top alignment I think is most exciting, and really to spend time with the executives at SAP and for them to understand us and us to understand them and what our mutual objectives are and how common they are, right? We're both trying to help our clients move into an AI world. We're both trying to help them move to a digital cloud core. And I think the success in the market has been pretty strong, I think in large part because of that alignment from the top to top with SAP.
I agree. And I think the relationship was always good, but since the new strategy of PwC also getting more and more closer with their partners, really becoming one, I would say, one close partnership altogether, I think has brought it up to a new level.
We've done that collectively over the past 5 years, and I think SAP is taking it to another level with their focus on the corporate accounts and their reliance on partners like PwC.
What's the most exciting project you worked on in the past?
Yeah, the most exciting one I'd say is in the past year where, we've been implementing SAP in a certain way for 20, 25 years, right? Methodologies have changed and been adjusted, but really haven't changed drastically. But what's exciting now is there's two components of AI, AI for delivery and AI for value. And it compounds over time as the AI agents get smarter. One of our clients, we've introduced the AI for value with Joule, and we're starting to see some of the benefits right now. And that's the exciting part, because everybody's been chasing more value out of these programs for a long time, and I think we're right on the cusp of delivering it. Because AI is not just for consultants, it's for our clients to reimagine operating models for finance, operating models for procurement in organizations. That's really where you unlock the real value, is when you look at an operating model, a client, and say, how should it be done differently?
So tell me, what is your biggest passion outside of work?
One of my biggest passions is playing basketball. That's one of my big things I love to do. I like to do things physically. I like to walk in the mountains.
So Rich, what trends are you seeing which are specific to the US or American market?
4 or 5 years ago, what we saw as the predominant trend was clients migrating from ECC to S4 was a greenfield migration. Really wasn't much question about it, right? That was the path to more value, leaving behind a lot of customizations. That trend has now shifted in the past 3 to 4 years to more of a brownfield or a hybrid approach where clients want to get some value, but really get to SAP S4 as fast as possible. And then if there's additional value to be had, manage that through a managed services construct, an application managed services construct, deliver some value at go live to justify the cost of the program and all of the testing required, and then deliver value drops through a managed services construct. This is a clear trend in the market supported by Gartner and others that are seeing this. We've seen our managed services business grow significantly in SAP over the past 3-4 years, mainly because of this approach.
It's the time to market at the end, right, which is driving it. So it has to be fast because we don't know what's going to happen in 3, 4, 5 years. So we don't have the time to spend so much anymore. And there's still value because I guess a brownfield today is different to a brownfield 3, 4 years ago, right?
That's right.
Because the gap has become so big.
That's right. And something I neglected to mention, which is a major driver, and not just getting there faster, but clients want to deliver AI in a modernized cloud core rather than try to introduce it in an old environment, then reintroduce it in a new environment. Get there fast, start to leverage AI, start to leverage some of the benefits of SAP, and continue to innovate on both AI and SAP.
So Rich, we talked about AI a bit. How is this impacting our actual core business as in SAP consultancy?
We're seeing a shift from those that were kind of centric and important to technology, right? And configuration and development of objects. A shift away from that and more towards the workforce transformation side, program management, bringing an industry lens to our clients with people with functional experience that know that function and how it will operate in the future. That's where we're seeing things go in the market relative to our projects today and the shifted skills that are required to execute these programs. But how do you apply that knowledge to where the client's needs are now as opposed to where they've been for the past 20 years? Those individuals that gravitate towards what the new SAP consultant will be very successful.
So as a summary, you can also say, based on our conversation, so when we talk about ERP, that will become the platform, the solid platform, the stable platform for everything AI you build on top. In terms of consultancies, I think we are more talking about the value we are going to unlock and not just the technology transition.
And I think of it this way, a consultant maybe been focused on their module. Now they need to think about not just their processes they know, but the impact and how that process goes across the enterprise and how to leverage AI across the entire transaction, end to end. Now you're applying knowledge that you've had from the traditional way of implementing SAP to a new way, raising their game in the process. The great thing is AI can enable really good consultants to change their ways and learn different ways of working.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, Martin.